This is Anton LaVey, and I have a few points I'd like to cover from my previous interviews. And many would probably ask, why am I so vibrant? Why am I so young in expression and not as serious as I previously was? It's interesting. In my life here on earth, I used certain methodologies to maintain stability. Because it wasn't easy, my life here on earth, as with many who were defined as Satanists. And, you require a certain presence, a certain standing, a certain presentation of stability and strength, especially to those who you are specifically responsible for and to those who come and ask you for support. So, and you will find it with many human beings who actually cross over and die, is that we're expressing ourselves, and the expression might come through younger in terms of earth definition than how we presented ourselves here on earth. Certainly, I would not have wished to continue my presentation of what I was here on earth to the dimensions, because that would just be boring. Imagine remaining infinitely as the same person that you were here on earth. No, it doesn't work. And it's impossible, actually, because we're infinite, we are, and that would just mean, that would just label limitation, that would just support limitation, and I'm not limitation. No one is. And so, and I've learned a lot, I've experienced a lot, I've understood a lot, and that's what you realize in the dimension. So, in terms of the dimensional experience, I can't even say dimensional anymore because I'm not dimensional, I'm very much here on earth still, as human beings. Because I kind of realized what it means to give yourself up. And it's that you, in terms of standing in and as a human being, completely directing themselves as you. At first I understood it. Okay, I'm standing back, and in certain moments, when a being's thoughts go or their emotions go or something like that, I'm just required to stop them, or stop their emotions, or direct them from behind or inside, accordingly. But be separate from the being in their totality as who they are at the moment, whether the mind, the thoughts, the emotions and feelings, and the people and the world, etc. And then I realized, no, Anton, you have to give yourself up completely. What does that mean? It means I am you, becoming you completely, your totality, who you are in this moment. When you're walking, I'm walking as you. When you're speaking something, I'm also that voice speaking. And that gives me the ability to more effectively direct you and support you and stop you when you're talking bullshit that is unnecessary, that is more supporting you in your mind consciousness manifestation than your self-expression as life. So here I am, inside you, as life, as that which you really are, and I'm directing you accordingly. So I am your thoughts, I am your emotions and feelings, I am completely you. Me, Anton LaVey, doesn't really exist, but I do. It's fascinating. So I realize that I'm not able to get lost. And many beings have said that, it's impossible to get lost. And I've just proven that to myself. So it is interesting that we would perceive ourselves to become lost if we let go of our mind and emotions and feelings and thoughts, that we'd become nothing. But actually at the moment we're nothing. At the moment we're lost. And only when you start realizing that you're required to give that up, you have to give you up. that you realize yourself, that you realize, oh my God, I am here. What else? It's interesting. So let's just go back to the demons just for a moment as well. So for a while I was in the dimensions, rounding up some demons to come and assist human beings. So demons actually assisted human beings. And in terms of the dimensional existence at this time, if you believe in spirituality and things like that, they didn't really. They more supported this entire consciousness existence in this world, and human beings is what they've become. More the demons that were assisting in releasing those systems inside human beings. And there's been communication about the world and everything else being in reverse, and it is most definitely this way. I'm realizing it even more extensively, that which you deem is okay, acceptable, right, approvable, is actually that which is supporting consciousness systems, which is the mind consciousness system inside you. And that which is deemed wrong, bad, be careful, judgmental, is actually the answer. And I'm just observing this very much more in human beings' experience of themselves. So I'm still continuing. I'm still the demon expression that I've always been inside as human beings. But it's interesting because in terms of the demon experience, it was more focusing on the systems. You know, we'd actually jump into and as systems and just start fucking with them inside human beings. Whereas now it's like the being in their totality. Because we saw systems as a separate manifestation until we realized, well, recently, that systems have become you. And so the standing as you is in the totality of you. And that I'm not able to get lost because everything that exists is me. You know, I'm equally responsible for its design and manifestation. And it's quite a realization, you know, because then you don't fear anything, you don't judge anything. It's impossible because you realize it's you. And I'm having fun, and though it's not so easy. It's not easy. But yet it is at the same time. Okay, this is Anton. I'm saying goodbye for now. So enjoy your process. Make the most of it. It's only for a moment. Okay, thanks. And you'll understand those words during your process. Thank you.